It's Week 17 in the National Football League, with the Texans and 49ers squaring off for just the 5th time. San Francisco leads the series 3-1, and they'll go for another one over Houston next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A play fake for Mostert, now Garoppolo. And incomplete to open things up. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. Going up top. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Now to return, this is David Johnson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Off-play action. Watson. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. It's caught left side by Cooks. The numbers for Cooks in that game last week: 5 catches, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
And he has 10 touchdowns on the season. When anyone scored that many times, as a former defender, I know exactly what you're talking about before the game. Key on him. Don't let him get in the end zone today, guys. Let's keep him out of there.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run it here. This is James White, and he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Touchdown! Brevin Jordan with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers. 4 catches, 74 yards.
And that put him over 1,000 yards for the season. And the benchmark for running backs, 1,000 yards. The same for receivers. When you have that kind of a year, you've had a monster one.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the run.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Garoppolo looks to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Danny Amendola. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Seven, our score after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run with White. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Flush to his right. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd down now, it's Mitchell. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, it's Mitchell, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Again, Watson to keep it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Faking the give, now Watson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. A shotgun snap for Watson. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a nice milestone reached on that. Last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every.
Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks, his 11th touch. Out of the year, and the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On second down, here's Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here comes Amendola. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. As we find ourselves in Week 17, he's already well over the 1,000-yard mark. So there's no pressure there. We'll just see where this final tally ends.
And I love what you just talked about there. There's no pressure. There's pride, right? So the higher he can take that number and rank with his peers, everyone wants to be number 1. He wants to post that number like a good golfer, right? Post the best score and go to the clubhouse and kick back and see if anyone can match it.
Well, and he's the go-to guy here out wide. We'll see what they can do with him in this game defensively. They have a big challenge on their hands. And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He's got it to Collins, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And now they're in the hurry-up. From the red zone now, Watson. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Garoppolo on first down. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he goes out right around the 39. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Play action. Garoppolo. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Looking deep for Jennings. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So we've come upon... And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And some of his highlights here from this game, he's nearing 100 yards, partner.
And defensively works so hard.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. That's caught out wide by Cooks. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. They defer to White out of the shotgun. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Watson. He completes it right side to White. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st down, it's Watson. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. And here's Watson on the keeper. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Here's Chris Jones now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo.
And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down.
Checks this one down. It's Mitchell.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Back now here in Santa Clara. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now a pass dropped off here for James White.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
On 2nd down, it's White, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. James White, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Texans have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now. But that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Garoppolo now. 1st down throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Jonathan Grenard in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. To try again after the sack. Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Amendola's got it, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. It's complete. James White. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And Watson's going to throw it here. Amendola has it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Watson off play action. He'll buy some time right. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing third and goal. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Brevin Jordan, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. That time a 6-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. One final try now for Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did.